Hey Alex, how's it going? Um, Sorry. So today is kind of a momentous occasion or tonight is kind of a momentous occasion because I just deposited into one of my bank accounts um, the first $20 towards your college education. Um, Towards your college education. I guess you didn't hear that. My dad, when he did this, it was 4 years prior to my birth, so I'm kind of getting the jump on things. But I want you to be able to afford not just college, but graduate, and depending on how successful I am, which I imagine I'll be as successful as I expect I will be, a PhD. So help too if you want them. But yeah, I just made my first savings account for you. Yeah. So that's things. Oh, you know what? Here's a good thing for you. While on the topic of college, when you have your first counselor interview, hopefully they have counselors. I imagine they would still have counselors. I don't know. When you have your first college interview or counselor, sit down. If they tell you that you are studying too hard, you call me up and I will get them canned. Because there's no time that you've studied too hard, or not hard enough. Wait, there's no time that you've studied too hard. It's more or less not hard enough. I had a counselor tell me when I was a freshman that 8 hours was too much. And that was me reading the book and understanding the notes and getting it, consuming it and completely understanding it. That woman set me up for about a year of failure. Right now, my GPA is at a 2.71 out of a 4. Before that woman said anything, it was at a 3.5 out of a 4. So, yeah, you can kind of see how I wouldn't recommend listening to what counselors have to say. Actually, I will attach my sheet to this email, but in years past, I've learned that it's better to just kind of do your own coursework. Decide how you want to go about it, and then I would recommend having the counselor check it to verify that you're correct. Because I even have friends of friends who have lost, a semester, have to go to school for another semester. They may not even be able to afford it, but have to go to school for another semester because their counselor didn't know what they were doing. So, for future reference. Where do you want to go to school? I'm just going to take a sip of water, ignore me. I don't know where you want to end up going to school, but I'm expecting top A's from you. Enjoy your college years. Okay, I don't want you to think that you have to keep up with me or beat me or something. It'd be nice if you beat a 2.71. Just throwing that out. But I want you to enjoy your college experience. I personally have not drunk at a college party or a frat party, and this is my junior year, and it's towards the end of my junior year. I haven't done it once, and then I've gotten to the point where I've just kind of been you know what? I don't really care much anymore. Be responsible when you drink, but drinking's not that big of a thing. It's yeah. I don't know why it's put on such a high pedestal. Other than the fact that people are never, ever responsible with it, and I see that they're trying to weed out people who are dumb with alcohol from getting access to it. But, I'd say don't make a big deal out of it. Don't get caught with it when you're underage. That would screw things up for you. I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. Sorry, this isn't really a productive video, but I didn't know what to say to you really. I guess maybe my next video will be more college voice productive. Read. When you get to college, you have to read every book. You have to read everything. I am not lying about that. I'm not saying that you can skirt by and not have to read anything. Even those people that think they can get by like that, you know what, they can, but they're not understanding the knowledge to their fullest extent. You know, if you want to actually know something, like, you know, be able to debate it with someone, not being pushed aside and, you know, oh, well, you only know bits and pieces. If you really want to know something, you got to sit down and read it, and then take notes on that, and then go to class, and then take notes on the class, and then reread it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to memorize this stuff. I mean, you may be lucky and be born with something cool, like, I don't know, photographic memory, DNA, something, who knows. But reading is your first step, no matter how great your memory is. I know that I'll try as a parent to try and, you know, get your reading comprehension skills up much faster than my parents did. I mean, I was looking at, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I was looking at a website that like taught you how to speed read, so I definitely would probably do, you know, good courses. If you ever want a class on something, I want you to let me know, okay? If you want to learn how to fly, or if you want to learn how to program, or if you want to learn how to chemistry, if you want to learn how to do anything, just let me know and I'll get you a tutor. I'll get you the classes. I want you to have the educational experience that I was never allowed to have. My parents put me in summer school, and it was on like stupid things like how to draw or how to be an effective teenager. I don't even know what the definition of that is, really. Point being, I want you to have all the, you know, possible advancements you could have had. Well, I'm going to cut this video short just because I'm pretty sure I'm about to go over the limit, and it's going to go crazy and not send. But I love you, and to Alexander or Alexandria, I just want you to know, if you're a boy or a girl, I'm sorry that I've been doing a lot of these videos in like, oh, it's a girl voice. I don't know why I differentiate her default to that, but I won't care either way. I'm sure you'll make me happy either way. So there you go. You got your first $20. Technically, it's like $220, or $232.92. Technically, it's that amount in your bank account. But I put in my first $20 like installation or payment or upkeep or something. So there you go. Maybe one day I'll invest it into like a trust fund, something my parents did for me. Granted, I will never let you give me access to it because you'll do the same thing. I'll hopefully won't do the same thing, but I don't want you to ever have to worry about what my parents are doing right now to my trust fund. Excuse me. I love you.